Aloha, I'm Felicia Miller Johnson, and I conduct work life video interviews with career professionals that become an all intuitive conversation. Aloha, and welcome to another episode of All Intuitive Conversation. As an all intuitive executive and life coach, I encourage people to live smart and ascend to new levels of success in their work and their life. Today, I have the pleasure of connecting with Tom. So let's bring him to the screen. Aloha, Tom.
Aloha. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So, you and I have never met, not had any past conversations before. And based on your profile, it looks like you are new to LinkedIn. So, I'm going to start with a general question.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm a scalar energy researcher. I research this new and promising field it's a new branch of physics. It's scalar energy, what some people might call quantum energy.
Energy. Well, I'm definitely about that. Tell me more. How'd you get into this?
Well, Nikola Tesla was my hero when I was a youngster. I read about Nikola Tesla, and I knew that he was working with a different type of energy later in his life, scalar energy, or what he called radiant energy. What's the point? It's free energy from the sun and the stars. Tesla was tapping into free energy from the sun and the stars. And he could have given the world a free energy paradigm had we listened to him.
Mm-hmm. So with that, free energy, you connected with that. Is this something that started in your youth, college, an adult? Like, when did you get this epiphany?
The epiphany probably at age 10, 11. Because I knew that this was my life path, and God was giving me that insight at a very young age. So I followed that up. It's been a lifetime of research. I'm glad I took on this research. It is a singular path. And I say it's a singular path because very few people have gone down this road to research.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new and emerging science, and very few people even acknowledge that quantum energy exists.
Mm-hmm. So then, as a young 10 or 11-year-old, you're connecting with that, which is interesting because the very first card that came out was talking about blossoming and abundance. And it's this whole nature scene, right? And like you said, it's the sun, it's the, earth, the energy. It is abundant in that resource, right?
It is.
So it became, so then you continue to have that. You go to college and you're doing this kind of research, right?
Exactly.
And you laugh. So tell me more behind the laugh.
I did go to college. I spent many years in academic training, and it was wonderful. But at a certain point, I had to leave established academia behind and conduct what I say is groundbreaking research. This has never been done before. So I had to write the book on scalar physics. And what I've learned, I think, is priceless. I'm trying to share it with mankind. It's tough because a lot of people, if they can't see it, this,
Mm-hmm.
if they can't see it, it's like, well, I don't know if I can believe it. Well, energy is invisible. No, I can't see scalar energy, but I can see the effect.
Mm-hmm. Well, it goes back to the next card that came up, which talks about this door of value, right? Where people are not just able to access or walk through it or necessarily see it, but you see this opportunity of there's a value to this. So breaking this down, I'm 10.
Yes.
Explain it to me.
Okay. What is scalar energy? It's energy from the sun and the stars. It's an infinite energy. It powers the universe. So if you look at all the stars, I think many people would ask, where do the stars receive their power, their light,
Right.
their generative force? It's scalar energy. Meaning what? Well, there is an infinite supply of energy that powers our universe. And once we really look closely at the universe, we can factor in that scalar energy, quantum energy, is the driving principle behind everything. I'm going to repeat that. Scalar energy is the primal force, the driving energy of everything in the universe. Then we're going to give greater credence to this energy, and we're going to look to this energy to solve all problems. I'm all about solving problems. That's what my research is about, to help humanity.
Okay. So solving problems. So tell me about a specific problem that
Yeah.
you would hope to solve.
Well, we've perfected a technique with these scalar energy instruments in which they can unbind or disassemble molecular bonds. We've been very successful to unbind a virus or a bacterium. So I'll go on record by saying these instruments allow me to unbind, to shatter, to disassemble any virus, any bacterium. Now,
Any?
consider what that means to humanity: a safe alternative to medicine, a way to eradicate a microbe, a germ, by way of light, this infinite light source of the stars.
Okay. So then where do I go? Is this something that's like a pill? It's
No,
bottled? I have to buy a machine? What
very
am I
good.
doing?
Okay, so keep in mind this is not electricity. People will email me a photograph. I'm going to hold up my photograph. My photograph has a light code, a scalar energy signal on my photograph. People
Mhm.
will email me their photograph.
Mhm.
I will actually place their photograph in an instrument. A scalar energy instrument works with a photograph. Now, that's how I make a connection with a person. It's quite profound. It's different. So this really lends itself to that quantum universe in which you can be present by way of your photograph. You can bilocate by way of your photograph. I don't work with people, I work with photographs, but I have great success.
Interesting. Okay. So working with photographs, because like I said, I understand about the whole tapping into the energy. So somebody sends you a picture, the photograph,
Yes.
you kind of do your thing on your side. And how do I know it worked?
How do you know it works? You feel better. For instance, I've been working with an HIV/AIDS clinic in India. We've worked with 3,000 people in India. And after we work with them, nobody has a viral load for HIV. Everybody at the clinic tells me that they feel better. Even their CD4 count has increased, some of them significantly. Many people gain weight. So how do we know it works? The testimonies. The testimonies are the key. There's no way you can prove this cause and effect relationship yet. So we have to rely upon testimonies.
Ah. Well, it's interesting because the next card that came out here talks about the theme behind resolution. And it says, in this true statement, it says, in this moment, I am free. Let yourself be the one to heal the wounds passed down from your ancestors. The release and growth begins with you. So it's like, okay, so I'm understanding that and aligning with that. So the next thing that's coming up is a picture of a happy family. So tell me about a story about someone after having an experience with you. Now they are living like a happy life.
Yeah, we've also been working with many people around the world. Been working with people in Tanzania who are HIV positive. After we work with people with these instruments, they no longer have any viral load for HIV. And these people in Tanzania have gone back to work. Many of them are thriving now. Many of them are very happy. And so this has changed their life. They're no longer infected with the HIV virus. They can assume a normal lifestyle. So it's really telling to see this on a global scale what we're doing.
So tell me about the individual because this definitely is sounding different than anything like you said have what's called Eastern medicine, all those different things. So tell me about a person or describe that person that would use this service that would connect with you.
Well, people have to be open to this type of healing. They frankly they should do their homework. We have a
Mm,
website dedicated to that. First and foremost, do your homework and educate yourself. What type of people will resonate with this? People who are open to another modality, people who are open to this other potential, people that are not closed-minded.
it's the next card that came out. It talked about the theme that comes up. It talks about arise, and the word is enlightening for the oil. And it says trigger statement. There has to be more than this. So I would suspect that someone that might use this service is thinking there has to be something different than what normal society says that is available to them. And it says a true statement, I create my world. You are ready for a higher level of awareness and transformation. So it's like, okay. So it sounds like that person might be kind of along those lines and themes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Again, this is a new branch of physics. This is Tesla technology, and it's not taught by academia for various reasons, but it soon will be embraced by people around the world. People will see the merit.
Hmm. So the next question that's coming through is how do you deal with critics?
I let them say what they want to say. They can criticize me, but I ask the critic to follow the science. To follow the science. And if a critic wants to be critical of me, they need to be mindful that everything I'm doing, I'm following the laws of science. So it really isn't a prudent gesture on anybody's part to fault me if I'm following the laws of science. The laws of science are immutable.
Well, I noticed that you have a poster of the Ascended Master. Looks like Jesus, the
Yeah.
image about that.
Yeah.
And so I was called. It just so happened that I had a deck that has the Bible scripture. And when you were talking about the critics, here was the encouraging word that came out for you. The Lord is at my right hand. I will not be shaken. Psalm 16:8.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to happen within the next 7 years in this field and as a result of the work that you're doing?
The role to embrace this energy, this divine energy, free energy, and to change the world. This technology has the prospect of changing the world. But people have to embrace this and they have to ask for it. I can't do it on my own.
Hmm. Well, I was thinking, I said, okay, what's the next encouraging word or concept that can encourage Tom at this? And you got frog. And it came up with the concept of purification. So it's kind of interesting that we were talking about clearing things up, the energy and healing. And it says, clear out the clutter. So evidently, I'm being led to read this to you for this and the person that may be listening to this. So, frog concept purification. It's time to clear out and clean up. Look for any messy areas in your life and tackle them one at a time. Don't try to do it all at once or you'll be overwhelmed. Start with one corner of the room, one area, your desk, your kitchen, or the closet, and dedicate a couple of hours to sorting and shifting. Recycle and give away as much as you can. Believe it or not, this process can be one of the most spiritual experiences you'll ever have. Another area to clear out is your body.
Yeah.
Another area to clear out is your body.
Yeah.
Drink lots of water for the next few days, and if possible, do a detoxification diet. At the least, eat a vegetarian diet and eliminate alcohol and fatty foods. See how you feel when you do it. Another cleanup job is mental, abstain from television and newspapers for a while, and as much as possible, avoid negativity in yourself and others who tend to be negative. Clear out and clean up your spiritual practice as well. Do whatever works that helps you feel closer to God, whether it's prayer, meditation, or walk in the forest, which was the very first card that you came back up here with. It's simple.
Yes, it is simple.
It is simple.
Yes, it is.
So for those that are like, you know what? I am open to this. I want to learn more about this. How can they reach you? What programs do you have available at this time?
Since this is a new science, I offer everybody in the world 15 days of free sessions. By that, you visit the website and you're going to email us your photo. You can ask your family to join you. So we work with anybody in the world, no questions asked. Visit the website scalarlight.com. Anybody in the world can upload their photograph. We'll provide 15 days of free session. We'll balance your chakras. We'll eradicate microbes. We'll create micronutrients for you. All of that is done on a daily basis.
Wow. So what the website address?
The website is scalarlight.com. SCALAR. Scalarlight.com.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. You gotta get rid of this frog in your throat because it has been choking you throughout the show. It's like you gotta clear that up. So absolutely. Well, I'm glad. Thank you so much for connecting and bringing this perspective that I had no idea and awareness about. And for someone that may be like, hey, I'm open to this as well. Reach out and connect with Tom. Thank you for being open to having an all intuitive conversation with me. And until we meet again, this has been an all intuitive conversation.